You're watching Transformers of Eternia. Now today I'm going to give my thoughts and a review of the Masters of the Universe new movie. I wasn't going to go see this originally, but after seeing many clips and whatever, and they basically were like spoiling this thing, they're giving away pretty much everything in the commercials and the clips and the trailers and everything. So I just kind of thought, well, maybe I'll just go see it since I already kind of know the entire story since they're giving away the whole entire movie. But I thought, well, you know, I might as well go see it, even though I don't really like some of the designs that they came up with for the costumes and some of the looks of the characters and even some of the race changes that they did for some of these things. But other than that, there's things that I did like about this movie, ironically enough. I thought I was going to be a person who didn't like it for the most part, but when I think about the 1980s version of the movie, that movie sucked. As a kid, I didn't even want to go see it because I just seen the commercials and I was like, this is not even Masters of the Universe at all. So now looking at what we got in this movie, there's a big difference between the two. Now this movie's got a lot of issues and problems as well, but this movie at least looks more like the Masters of the Universe that I grew up with than the one from the 80s that didn't even look like anything Masters of the Universe. It was just like they were trying to put He-Man's name on something that wasn't even He-Man, as far as I'm concerned. So this movie here, if I'm going to give my thoughts and kind of give my overall, I guess, score right away in the beginning, I'm going to say it's an 8 out of 10, and I can't believe I'm saying this, because there is a lot of things that I don't like about this movie, but there is an overwhelming amount of things that I kind of do like about this movie. And most of my score is kind of like I'm waiting for a sequel that we're probably not going to be able to get because they're not going to make another movie because this is losing money, I think. So sadly, I don't think we will get a sequel, but they really did set it up very well for a sequel. But I'll get into that later. And when it comes to this movie, I just want to give you an overall thoughts on it without spoilers at the moment. And that is that this movie is too funny, and I don't like it, and I don't really think that the jokes are really that funny, even really sometimes. It makes kind of fun of the things that you shouldn't. If this movie wouldn't be made if it wasn't considered a worthy franchise. So why make fun of the things in it that you're trying to make money off of? You're trying to get people to be into the movie. So why make fun of it like it's dumb to make the movie? So anyway, there's a little bit of that. And there is kind of the pluses are, you know, the stuff on Earth. He kind of makes fun of Earth in a lot of ways. And I'm with him on that, especially the boring dead-end job with the morons in HR and all the office people that actually are all they're just like a bunch of cowards and weak people. Whereas when he gets back to his world, it shows what a man has to be and what he needs to be a good person. And I'm glad that they did that because, I mean, there is some stuff that he took back to Eternia with him that I don't really think we have to really focus on so much. Like all the feelings and all that stuff. But I get it. Okay, I get it. But Skeletor, I gotta say, is very good in this movie. I can't believe I'm saying that because I'm not a fan of Jared Leto, and I know a lot of you are not a fan of Jared Leto. But this really it turns out if his face is not showing, he's a great actor. When his face is showing, it ruins the movie, apparently. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but apparently him not seeing his face and seeing Skeletor and having a totally different persona, different voice, everything, that really helps out a lot. But there's a lot of stuff, like the 15 minutes on Earth, didn't like that. I don't even think that was even needed. There's a lot of unanswered questions, like who raised Adam? Well, he was on Earth. There's no answers there. I would imagine it's kind of like Superman, where he gets raised by some human people or whatever, but we don't even get that, so I don't get it. So anyway, but they got past the Earth stuff immediately and really quick, and all the characters for the most part do their do an honor to the character, I think. So that's my I guess I'm just gonna say that that's my unspoiler version of the review. Now I'm gonna get into the spoilers, okay? And I'm just kind of giving this as I go. I'm just kind of talking as I just think about this stuff, so nothing's in order or anything. But overall, I think that when it comes to the spoiler stuff, like the Office stuff on Earth was really kind of annoying, and we didn't need that. And then when you find out that Tila comes and rescues him, I mean, a lot of people might think that, oh, that's woke. And it's like, no, that's really what Tila would do. If this kind of, I think Tila worked, I think, honestly. Now, she does scold Man-at-Arms because he's a drunk in this, and I don't know why they had to make him a drunk, but whatever, because he failed and he didn't protect the king and all that. Okay, I get it. But I know a lot of people will say, well, that's too much woman empowerment or something like that. And yeah, I get it, because we've gotten so much of that, especially in especially on the Netflix series. There was way too much of Tila being so bossy. So anyway, I think that that's why people are overcompensating, and they're worried that they're going to have too much Tila in this too. But no, I think Tila did a good job in this. Because whenever she's with He-Man or with Prince Adam, she does seem to care. She's not like a bitch to him, you know. She's actually a kind and caring person. And they knew each other growing up, so it's kind of nice that they did that little stuff at the beginning where they kind of got to, you know, show them as kids, and then you get to see how the kingdom was run with Man-at-Arms there and how that all worked out and everything. But there's like, it's just like you don't really get too much of the things, because it's like they were kind of it's like they're rushing almost in some of these things. Now, the Earth stuff, I'm perfectly fine with them rushing that. I don't even think that should have been there. But I get it. The reason why he's on Earth, because the Skeletor was trying to take over everything, and I get it. So that makes sense. But I did, however, like the stuff with Beastman on Earth. When Beastman came, I was like, that's the Beastman that I've always wanted to see, okay? I like that. But then when he started doing stuff, and I'm like, he doesn't even talk? Is he just not going to ever talk? And then, of course, he doesn't talk until eventually he gets back to Eternia, and you see him in Skeletor's throne room, and then he talks, and then Skeletor does his normal thing. He's like kind of mean to Beastman and all that stuff. And I was so happy that he could talk. I was like, thank God. Because I thought, oh my God, are they going to make Beastman literally a beast and that's it? But they didn't, so I'm so happy of that. So now, I mean, giving my thoughts, I don't know. I don't know where to go with this. I'm kind of all over the place. But basically, I just like how they did everything, where it kind of progressed the story. And most of it's on Eternia. And you get Skeletor taking over. I don't like the fact that He-Man can turn in... Basically, everyone knows that Prince Adam is He-Man. I don't really like that. That's kind of weird, but I get it. It's going to be like Clark Kent and Superman, and they kind of look exactly the same. So I get it. They just kind of got rid of that right away. So, okay, I'll forgive them for that. Castle Grayskull needs to be green. I know it's called Grayskull, but can we please get the moss and all the oldness over the castle so it looks more greenish, like the toy? But a couple things in there. I didn't like some of the characters. I know they didn't have a big budget for this movie, but some of the characters, like Mossman, I don't think looked good at all. I think Mossman looked like a guy in a suit way too much, and it's almost like we're watching the original Planet of the Apes movies here. I mean, that was kind of crappy, whereas other special effects in this movie look great. But I get it. They really kind of tried to get everything, and they couldn't afford everything, I don't think. And they had to get Skeletor looking right, because Skeletor did look good, and everything with Skeletor was right except for his armor, his chest armor. He didn't have a bat on it. He didn't have like the side bands on the side of his armor holding it back like He-Man has 4. Skeletor had none, and he had a cape and all this stuff. And it's like, I don't know, it just seems weird. It doesn't look right. Skeletor shouldn't be like totally bare-chested. It just seems weird. I don't know why it's like that. All the other characters looked about right, but it's just Skeletor looks a little weird to me. I think that they need to change up his armor, make it more like Skeletor, like the classical one we know of. But anyway, Skeletor was great. I think Skeletor was a win in this movie. Skeletor was great. And I think the guy that plays He-Man and Prince Adam, I think he did good, but I think they told him to be funny way too much, you know, and goofy and dumb, kind of, you know. Even as He-Man, he was kind of goofy and dumb a little bit too. He wasn't, but I guess it's his first time being He-Man, so I'll give it a break, and I won't kind of be so hard on it, you know. And I mean, Roboto annoyed the hell out of me, because Roboto was just some chick's voice, and I know it's the Evelyn girl, but I'm just saying, it's like, it sounds like just some chick that they found. It doesn't, they didn't even change the voice to sound more robotic, really. It was just kind of just like, you know, and she's sarcastic, and it just reminded me of the movie Solo, you know, and that Solo had that stupid droid in that movie that drove me nuts. It's like a feminist droid. That's in the Han Solo movie. And I was like, why do we get a feminist droid to kind of yell at all the men and talk like she's, you know, some kind of a social justice warrior? I hated that. Well, Roboto, or Robota, I don't know what you call it in this movie because it's female. Anyway, basically sounds a little bit like that, so I'm kind of like, geez, I really don't like it. And in the beginning, they got it mopping, so it's like it's already kind of being treated badly, and it's above that. It's like, it's a robot. It doesn't know anything really, but okay. So anyway, so Roboto was kind of a pain in the ass. I didn't really like that. And okay, whatever. So, but other characters were, I mean, Mechaneck, he wasn't in it. We didn't get a lot of him, but he did, he fit the character fairly well. Mephisto was cool, and Ram Man was cool. Race swapped Ram Man, but I don't really care because Ram Man did kind of look Asian in the original. That's okay. I don't really like the race swapped Triclops. He didn't even talk, I don't even think. I don't even know why they had to have him race swapped. It's like, what's the point? Because he's not even in it very long. So what do we need to change? Oh, his skin color has to be darker for some weird reason. Maybe because of the Hollywood is very social justice and kind of racist against white people, honestly. So anyway, whatever. That's fine. I guess they had to switch it up. And Man-at-Arms too. Man-at-Arms could have been a great white actor, but I don't know. They just, for some reason, considering Teela's his daughter in this, they haven't told us if she's like the sorceress's daughter, and we haven't been told in this new universe what they're doing with that. So we don't know, but it's like, okay, and apparently Teela's mom's not around. So we all know that she's probably the sorceress's daughter or something, but it's like, man, you know, if Man-at-Arms was a white guy, it would look a little bit more like, hey, yeah, she's his daughter, you know. But now it looks more like, yeah, he adopted her, you know. That's the way it feels anyway here. So I don't know. But so anyway, whatever. I know people are going to complain, oh, he's so racist. No, I'm just saying that, if we took Black Panther and made it a white guy, guarantee there'd be a lot of problems. But if we flip a black guy or a white guy to a black guy, oh my God, if you don't like that, you're racist. It's like, well, it only works one way. It's amazing how that is. Okay. So anyway, and Trapjaw, he was awesome in this movie. I like Trapjaw. Hopefully he didn't actually die in this movie. I feel like they killed him, but hopefully not. And there's a lot of cool little elements. Like I'm trying to think of all the characters. Some of the characters that were at Snake Mountain, like Goatman and some of the other ones. I mean, Spikor, I don't even care. Spikor wasn't even really doing anything in there. Anyway, and then Goatman, he got killed basically, which is fine. And the other guy from the 80s movie, I didn't even know the character's name because I didn't even care about him because I hated the 80s movie. I didn't even want to see it ever. I didn't want to see it once. It sucked. I seen it as an adult and I wanted to cry how bad it was. I was like, this is the worst. But anyway, so I'm glad that they got rid of that 80s movie character that was at Snake Mountain because that was just garbage. But hopefully we get Merman, and hopefully he looks actually like Merman, because the Merman we did get a clip with Orko at the end, and Merman in the background, which is kind of weird because isn't he a villain? Anyway, so he's walking around in the background, but he looks terrible. He looks like a guy just put a suit on from the Planet of the Apes movie from like the 70s or 60s or whatever. And I'm like, that is terrible. They need to make him look good. They did it for Trapjaw. Why can't they do it for Merman? But okay. Anyway, that was another one of those terrible designs or costumes. Yeah, the face looked like Merman, but he looked like he was wearing a suit. And it's like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. Why can't you do a better job with this character? I mean, and then they said they wanted to have Merman in the movie, and it's yet they never put him in it. I get it. They didn't have a lot of space for him, but instead of having some of those other characters at Snake Mountain, they could have had Merman standing back there. You know, that would have been easy. They didn't even have to have him talk, you know. But anyway, so, and then, I mean, Beastman was barely in this as well, and I think Beastman is an important character. Even Evil Lynn, I thought she sounded like Evil Lynn. I thought she did a good job. But I was like, this woman didn't even get a lot of time on the screen either, you know? So I don't know what was the deal with that. I actually wanted to see more of Evil Lynn. And I was like, interested because Skeletor treated her like crap, and I kind of liked that. I'm like, oh, Evil Lynn is gonna backstab him. And, you know, that's what I was thinking, that by the end of the movie she's gonna backstab Skeletor, and it'd be kind of nice to see that. And it's like, no, she really didn't. She kind of stuck by him even though he's abusive. Okay, all right. But anyway, then I'm trying to think of all the characters that I liked or whatever that I thought was cool. But the thing that I didn't like about this movie is they kept on making fun of Fisto, and they kept on having like a dirty comedy in here. And I'm like, listen, are we supposed to take our kids to this movie, or are we just supposed to have adults here only? I mean, come on. Yes, his name is Fisto. Get over it. I know a lot of dirty-minded adults have to put some kind of terrible thing on his name. Guess what? He-Man named him as a child. It's a child thing. Let's be innocent again. Can we please be innocent again? Especially when we're taking our kids to see a movie, you know, about this stuff. It's like, can we not have this disgusting, dirty humor about all this stuff? I mean, oh my God, it's just sickening. They kept on having to berate us about, oh my God, Ram Man and Fisto. Oh my God, Fisto. Oh my God, Fisto. And then at the end of the movie, it wasn't bad enough that they just kept going with Fisto and all that. No. Then he says his name, the names that he came up with for Teela, and then himself, and of course, he called himself He-Man. It's like, what? Really? That was it? You know, I seen that they had the actor from the 80s movie that played He-Man in this. And it's like, okay, that scene was great and everything, but I was kind of hoping that he would be like some kind of ghostly image of King Grayskull that hands him the sword when He-Man is beat down or something, like when the sword got broken. I was hoping that King Grayskull was going to be like in this spectral realm or whatever, like kind of like Yoda or something, and he would say, you could, you know, stand up, my son. You're gonna take this on, or whatever. You hand him the sword or something, and then it would be basically come back together again. And he goes, "Cause you have the power of Grayskull," and you know, that type of thing. Or I don't know. I understand that they didn't do that, but it's like, man, they could have done so much with that. All they had to do is have him standing there, in this ghostly realm or something when He-Man is knocked out. But instead, they went with the memes and all the goofy stuff with The Office and Skeletor's in there and so much funny. And it's like, can we please get past the Thor Love and Thunder and the Thor Ragnarok type of humor? I mean, I get it. That's got, apparently when somebody makes a movie and it's funny and everyone seems to like it, then we have to just copy that on every movie from that now on. But anyway, I don't know. I'm just ranting a little bit. But I did like a lot of stuff in this movie. And I don't like Prince Adam's earthly friend showing up at the end. Get rid of that guy. That guy is like the weakest, the most... He's not even... I don't even know if he's really friends with Prince Adam. It's like, my God, he didn't even really do anything. It's like they barely even showed him knowing the guy. It's like a guy that was just renting a room next door almost, you know? So I don't really like that guy. Get rid of him. Let him get, I don't know, just leave him on Earth. Forget him. So anyway, there was some other cool stuff. Like I said earlier, the Orko scene at the end, I was happy that they did that. I'm glad we got an Orko, maybe if they're ever magically come up with money enough to make a sequel. And then there was a She-Ra clip at the end, and that was cool. I mean, obviously Skeletor, they had Evil Lynn had the skull of Skeletor and all that, and then of course she walks off, and so Skeletor is going to come back. Obviously you don't kill Skeletor just like that and he's done forever. But then you get the She-Ra clip at the end, and the She-Ra clip at the end, it just kind of, so now if they do a sequel, are they just going to jump right into She-Ra and have her taking up more time? And basically it's going to be a She-Ra movie now instead of a He-Man movie? Because I want to know more. I want to see more about He-Man before we just jump into She-Ra and He-Man, So if they're going to do a She-Ra, I think that's going to eat right into the time that we need to know other He-Man characters. I think this should be like a Thanos thing. I think the clip at the end that we got of She-Ra, I think that should be like a clip hinting at the future of the franchise, like the third movie, So basically the second movie should just not even touch on that. And the second movie should be all about, He-Man on Eternia and all the stuff that's going on. Skeletor comes back, blah, blah, blah. And then maybe by the end of that, you find out that Skeletor had to do a deal with Hordak. And then you find out that She-Ra is with Hordak, and that'll be like the end twist of the end of that movie. And then you basically get the Horde, which would be awesome. I'm so happy to see the Horde stuff. It's just that I don't want She-Ra to eat up the whole time of He-Man, because we need to know this He-Man a little more, I think. We didn't really get to know him very well. This is like his first round in learning and stuff. He's not standing on his own 2 feet really even. So I want to see him being a leader first before we get to, oh, hey, She-Ra's here now. I mean, I know Hollywood loves strong, empowered women, but come on. Can we just get He-Man, get to know He-Man first? I mean, give me a break. I mean, what's next? They're going to bring in Sunman and have him take over the scene because he's black. I mean, they have to have a black guy in the lead, So it just seems the way that they always do these things. So anyway, I mean, Teela really, she was great. I didn't mind her. She didn't eat up all the time. But it's like, I don't want to have too many characters overwhelming the thing, so now we can't focus on the main characters that we like, because this movie, they did get screen time to all the characters, even characters we didn't even think that we would see on the screen, really. So that was nice. And I do like the way that they did this one. I just want them to take their time and not just rush right to Teela or to She-Ra right away, Because I also do want to see Teela and He-Man kind of get to become more of a boyfriend and girlfriend type of thing eventually, because that's part of it. And then I do want to see like more about the Sorceress, because the Sorceress wasn't in this very much, and she didn't really dress and look much like the Sorceress, but okay. I know that they're ashamed of how the Sorceress dressed in the cartoon, but I mean, they're not ashamed to have Skeletor on the screen, and he looks kind of like Skeletor. They're not ashamed to have He-Man dressing the way he does. And even in the end of this movie, they finally got everybody to look right. Roboto was painted actually correctly, I noticed at the end. And also, Teela was dressed accurately at the end. Isn't that something? And also, if you notice, She-Ra actually was dressed properly at the end. So see, women can dress properly according to the Masters of the Universe and not be some kind of a sex symbol that men are not supposed to look at, because those evil men, they're not supposed to look at a beautiful woman, God forbid. So I'm just saying that they ended up working all that out in the end, and I'm so happy that they did that, because Teela looked great in her arm, like her basically normal kind of clothing, I guess, not the pants, and that looks fine. It doesn't look like it's too much. It kind of reminds you like Wonder Woman, kind of Wonder Woman type of style. Anyway, and then same with She-Ra, looked great. She-Ra looked exactly like She-Ra. I mean, and She-Ra is basically like Wonder Woman in this universe. So, of course. And I thought that was cool. But I know as a man, you're not supposed to judge what a woman's costume is in a movie. But, you know, all the men, they can have their shirts off. That's totally fine, you know? It's just stupid. Let's just be honest here. We want these things to look closer to the toys as much as they can and have it look realistic anyway. But we don't want them to like look, you know, ridiculous. I mean, so I did kind of go at, you know, come down on them. I mean, they did kill Moss Man. That was a shocking thing. But, you know, Moss Man can kind of grow back, I think. So I don't really think that's the end of him, you know. And I don't know if they would. I think that they could do more with him anyway. We didn't really find out much about him anyway. So, but we'll see. Maybe in the next one they'll have like a few other more bad guy. You know, they'll probably have like Whiplash or Clawful or something, and Merman. I mean, hopefully Trapjaw's not gone, because I really want to see Trapjaw back, and I want to see more Beastman on the screen if they ever get around to doing another one. I don't know if this movie's making enough money to get a sequel, but it would be cool because I do want to see what they do next. I actually am really curious of that. Just cut down on the humor and all the dirty jokes, and I think that they could actually make this work. And if they took it a little bit more serious, because there was some good serious scenes in this movie that were like really touching, and I like that. I just want them to have it stick to Eternia, forget about Earth completely in the second one, and let's just focus on a few new characters, and let's get to know He-Man and Prince Adam and Teela a little bit more, and find out more about this, you know, more information about things, and just kind of fill out the world and make it better. Because everything looked pretty good. The world looks great. And then they need to have more chase sequences, more vehicles. I'd like to see the battle ram, the attack track. I'd like to see, you know, I'd like to see all these. There's a lot of vehicles, but this thing was pretty good for a start. I just want to see more. But anyway, I kind of think that that's kind of my thoughts on everything. Tell me what you guys think about this in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching.